question.
In the place to be. All right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Doze Bros.
Yes.
We're here. I'm Merv J. Alongside Mr. Elcock. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
We're not certified, but we are qualified in common sense. You remember that?
Nah, let's just screw it up for the rest of the show.
Yeah, it's
we
not
always screw it up anyway. So why we even bother to get it right? Let's just screw this up anyway. Why even get it right?
It's not a good show if we don't screw it up.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. Make sure you hit us on the email at dozebros@gmail.com. Any questions, comments, or advice, we got you. We also looking for advertisements. You got a product, got a service. Get at us, man. Get at us. Anyway, we're here, man.
I know. Late as hell. My bad.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah. So, once again, your fault.
Nah. This time. I'll take the last two. But, bro, there's a couple times you're behind. Late. I'm sitting up in looking at you, blue fire and whatnot. He looking at me like, what the hell?
All right. Anyway. Hey, man. How was the weekend, man?
Work, children. That's been my weekend.
That's all?
That's all. I didn't even know. No real craziness for me. Just simple.
Okay, sounded exciting.
Yeah, very. Bold.
Anyway, I was well, this weekend was eventful for me. Went out to Curlfest 2018.
How many of these Curlfest? What the hell is Curlfest anyway?
It was just a bunch of melanin, bunch of shea butter.
I can hear Teresa Rishi say that. When you said that, I thought
coconut oil, Afro braids.
Afro braids. I ain't never heard no Afro braids.
Afro braids. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I was just
really trying to picture that too.
I was just in bliss. It was beautiful, man. Beautiful. It's just the atmosphere, the electricity, even though, there was no service for phones.
Really? No?
Not because, everybody had a phone, so it was hard for people to use the phones.
Trying to get on IG or whatever other.
Right.
Man, just take pictures and video and save it for you later.
Right. Man, there was a lot of beautiful women.
Is that blue fire outside?
No, man. It's some homeless man.
That'd be funny if it was actually blue fire out there sorting through bottles.
I gotta do the garbage.
That means he's got the bottles. Or somebody just jacking
jacking bottles. That's all it is.
I can't knock his hustle.
Anyway, I would say it was a great event. Shout out to Simone. She's one of the founders of the Curlfest.
How long has it been going on?
I don't know, maybe 3-4 years. I was there last year too.
You could have told me about Curlfest last year, man. Would have went through and man.
I wasn't prepared.
Backhand you.
I wasn't prepared last year because I ain't had my camera. But I definitely had a good time, man. A lot of beautiful women, creeds and colors.
That's not an event you go with your girlfriend.
Yeah, you don't
wife,
bring no sand to that beach, man. But for the most part, it was cool, man. A bunch of gay guys there too.
They're beautiful too, I guess. They got curls too. Shoot,
I guess so in some form of fashion, but a lot of them was like competing with some of the women there.
The only way they can compete is if other men there like both. Or if other women there like both, so that might be competition. But for the most part,
I really think black gay guys feel that they're white blondes in their head. I'm serious. That's how they feel.
Damn.
There was a lot of them out there, and
in their head.
They're
looking like Becky when they really are Jerome.
Right. So I didn't really care. It was more for me, more women for me. So. Continue. Every year.
Continue, my brother. Continue.
Continue.
You don't know what you're missing.
Exactly, man. What else? Oh, interesting today. I happened to see a young lady walking, and I just happened to look down, and her feet were beautiful, man. So I said, should I compliment?
No. Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
So what do you do?
I ain't saying shit. I'm looking. I say they're beautiful in my damn brain, and go back to what the hell I was doing. Either looking at my phone or reading the damn book. That's all I'm doing. I'm not taking no chances out here. I'm not taking any chances. I'm too old for this.
So let me ask you. So 5 years ago, would you? How long ago was it? What's the word? Was it normal or acceptable to compliment a woman's feet in public?
Basically, her appearance in general. I've done that maybe a handful of times where, like, I was like, okay, she really does look nice. So let me just say that and keep it moving. Now,
keep it moving.
Yeah, now I just keep it moving. It's like, oh shit, she look bad. But, oh well, I'm out.
Yeah, it's a very tense time right now.
Not taking no chances.
Do you think that we will return back to the essence?
Nah, nobody's taking that chance. Nobody's taking that chance. Some girls are feeling offended by, and I'm hearing stuff where girls are feeling offended by you and another guy complimenting another woman. Not the person, not the girl who heard it, but someone else.
So my question is, do women really feel that way, or are they just following the trend because it's the cool thing to do? You know, because look, if you're wearing open-toe sandals and you got your nails, you pay $50-$60.
Damn, shit.
To get your nails done. I think you would like a compliment if it's not creepy.
Like, hey, you got nice toes. But I just don't want. I personally don't want to take that chance to have awkward moments in the streets. So I'm just not going to waste my time.
Okay, all right. So we got that out the way. All right. So we know how you feel. All right. So now let's get into our Did You Know?
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
What kind of craziness you came up with today?
Okay. All right. Did you know? In the U.S., the largest group of viewers of internet porn is children between ages 12 and 17.
Damn, son. That's cold.
Is that cold? Come on, man.
But no, I'm thinking because it's easier for them to get it now. It's not like when we were 12 and 17. You gotta either a family member who had a tape.
So what are you saying? They should be getting it at 6?
No. I'm just saying it's easier for them to pull
easier
it
access.
off. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they should get it. You know, you wanna hope they keep some of their innocence. You know, like to sex and stuff like that, and pornography. Just because that time being a kid is just it's magical a little bit, just a little bit. Depending on your childhood. Let me just stress that. Depending on what your childhood was. If you had a nice childhood, then yeah, that time you'll never get that back. But to view porn is like they think the end of it. Like,
you know what? I remember watching my first porn. I was living with my dad. Right?
It's always the dad.
Somehow he had a stash.
I thought he was gonna tell me he left it in the VCR. No, but you just press play one day, like, oh.
No, but he had the VHS.
Oh,
the VHS. Yeah. I forgot the name of it, and I watched it. I had to be no older than maybe 11, 12. And that was my experience. But I mean, to see nowadays what's out there, the Pornhubs, the XXX videos,
the spank wires, and
Damn, you spank wire.
Yeah, that was I don't know if they're still around, but that was the iPhone's porn wire, whatever it was. But that's what I remember it being. But I don't know if it's still around.
Man, you know what? I just think this porn nowadays is just too damn nasty. They're just experimenting with stuff, and people are just sick. And they would like seeing a woman fucking a dog.
Yeah, that was going on back with us, but it wasn't so out there. Now it's like,
yeah, you had to.
I actually think a woman getting banged by a horse is actually kind of funny. It kind of makes me laugh when the times I've seen it. I've actually laughed during the whole time. Like, what the fuck is this?
All right, well, that was our Did You Know segment of the day. If you got one, again, email us at dozebros@gmail.com. All right, so there's a lot to talk about, man. A lot to talk about. I guess we should start with some sports, right?
Yeah, especially since you're wearing that Spreewell jersey.
Yeah. The last time the Knicks were last time in the 90s.
In the early 2000s,
where the Knicks was
early
good.
2000s.
This was post choke Spreewell.
This is before. PJ learned not to talk shit to people after that, though.
I think PJ called him a nigga. He had to.
For
you to see blood in your eye, and choke a white man like that.
And people had to restrain you from whooping his ass.
And nobody knows what happens to this day.
No one has talked about it.
So
he knew he was wrong for how he reacted, and I think it was a teachable moment for both. He got suspended for a year, and PJ probably realized how far you go with your comments to these players. Because some players ain't going to react the way you like. Like, look, you're going to be like, damn this league, I'm about to put my foot to your ass.
I'm surprised the way players are made up now, how sensitive they are. You haven't heard more stories of chokings like that.
Well, if you're a superstar on a team, coaches know that if you're a superstar on a basketball, let me just say basketball in particular, if you're that nice and you're a superstar on that team, that coach only got but so much of a leash to be like, yo, listen, this is the franchise player. You can't be talking away like that to him, because otherwise, if he's going to free agency, we back in the toilet again. Very true, very true.
All right, so after we posted the last episode, the news broke that Kawhi Leonard got traded. Not to the team. He got traded to instead of beautiful LA. His ass got traded to the 6, Toronto.
Drake was like, yeah.
What are your thoughts about this trade, man?
Man, that was a big FU to Kawhi. And a big FU to DeMar DeRozan, because he ain't happy about it either. It's crazy how many stars that came to Toronto that left. From McGrady to Vince.
Let's go back to Damon Stoudemire.
That too. I forgot he was on that damn team.
Yeah, Damon, Vince, you said, Tracy McGrady.
And Chris Bosh, the last one before DeMar DeRozan even showed up.
Right. So apparently, Kawhi, San Antonio said, okay, you want it your way? No, it don't work that way. Your ass is going to go to Toronto. And I think the winner of this deal is San Antonio.
I don't know if they want either.
Because
they got DeMar DeRozan for a couple of years, but that don't mean he's going to want to stay after that. He might actually want to either go to Toronto or even go back to his home in LA, which he's an LA dude. So
Kawhi is in a situation where if he wants a max deal, he's going to have to show and prove again. We know he's capable.
Yeah.
But now he's kicked up so much dust, and it's ironic because he's such a quiet guy.
He didn't really say much to be this much.
I heard stories about him hiding and running from talking to the Spurs. I could picture that, but I mean, the man still has cornrows.
Yeah, but I can see him. No, the fact that he got cornrows to this day, the way he's got them, I don't think he's scared of much. Nothing is really phasing him. I know he's talked to the Spurs and told him.
I ain't fighting no dude with cornrows. You win. I ain't fighting no dude with cornrows or foam posits.
Foam posits. What foam posits?
That mean they want to fight.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, he's in a situation now where he has to show and prove, because his name is a little bit tarnished.
I wouldn't say it's tarnished. It's tarnished to the NBA, in those circles. But quite honestly, he hasn't said anything.
No, well, in terms of getting a max deal.
If he comes out and balls out this year, there's no way they couldn't keep a max deal from him. I'd still give him a max deal anyway. Just off of the
two-way player.
Yeah, the defensive player of the year. I think he's missing the MVP, honestly.
Okay, so the next question now is, does he make Toronto a legitimate finals contender next year?
Yes, he does. He does. He actually does. It's really between Toronto. This is a three-headed monster out there, and it's the power vacuum. Because LeBron left, because that's pretty much he was literally, like, if you ever seen a Game of Zones, he was literally the king of the East. There was no way he was going into the finals without getting through LeBron, and most times you never did.
No.
So now you got Philly, You got Boston, and
these
you got Toronto.
And those teams are going to get better every year.
Yeah, they're young, especially Boston and Philly, because those two are going to be battling for the next 4 years to come, because there's going to be a lot of young guys there. And as long as Embiid is healthy, knock on wood, he can dominate the East. Yeah, him and Ben Simmons can dominate the East if they really keep getting better.
Yeah, I don't think Toronto goes to the finals. They fired they didn't sign their coach,
which is crazy. The coach of the year gets fired. Like, what? I've seen bum ass coaches in the league that still has a job, but this dude gets fired. And he's not
Kawhi, and you would think Toronto's perfect for his personality, but I don't think he stays there.
Nah, he's an LA guy. He ain't
so it's a make or break year for Toronto. It's pressure on their whole organization, and if they don't win, it's a rebuild. It's a rebuild.
Damn, not a complete rebuild. I wouldn't say complete rebuild though.
Well, because
if he goes, they still got max money. They can offer another free agent, whoever is available at that time. Hey, you never know. KD go to Toronto. No, I'm playing. I know he ain't going to Toronto.
All right. Okay. Next story. So Melo. It looks like he's all arrows are pointing to the Rockets. He did get traded to Atlanta, but they're gonna buy him out, and he's gonna go to the Rockets. Now, the big question is, how will he fit in? Will he start?
He's gonna be on the bench right next to the 12th guy. He's gonna be the 11th guy. A reason I don't believe that he's gonna do anything is honestly because of who his coach is. Now, if D'Antoni doesn't pull what he did with Marbury and what he did to Nate Robinson, then he should be starting. I would start him.
And what was that?
Oh, you remember that Marbury? He told Marbury in the beginning of the season, "You are not playing. I don't care." Even though Marbury was clearly better than Chris Duhon. Clearly better than Chris Duhon.
Oh, okay, we know that, but But come on, let's be honest here. Marbury could not even sit in Melo's shoes.
Marbury was actually considered the best point guard in the league at one point. People didn't believe it. He did the numbers, and he was.
Okay, but D'Antoni is not gonna sit Melo. You think they're not having conversations now about that?
I don't care what conversations happen. And honestly, when the game start, I'll believe it. What he says.
Chris Paul is not gonna allow that.
You're right.
He ain't gonna.
We're gonna see how that. Well, what might help that is the fact that it's Chris Paul and James Harden. Your two biggest stars is like, look, this guy better play. That could get D'Antoni fired. So,
but look, I think this Houston is a perfect spot. We put all of his history between him and D'Antoni. Him and Chris Paul are close friends.
Yep.
We all know Chris Paul runs that team. So I'd put it like this. This will be Melo's closest chance to get to the finals.
I said he should have ran to LA but I know he likes them taxes be.
No. But come on, the Lakers are not going. No, the Lakers are nowhere close to Houston.
Listen. As long as you got LBJ, he gonna find a way. He's found a way all his career with bum ass teams at times.
Well,
not every team was bummy, but I'm just saying, like, at times he's had some crappy teams.
Well, we'll see. So the West once again powerhouse as usual.
The West is now, it's really lopsided.
It is. This is what's good. I think they need to bring. They need to just, when the playoffs start, make 1 through 16 on both sides to just play each other. Ain't no East versus West.
There's no. You know how many East teams that won't make it? Like, I'm telling you, if there wasn't a conference, there'd be teams that will never see the playoffs. You think Oladipo and the Pacers would make the playoffs versus the West?
Hell no.
It would only be the top 3 teams in the East that might make it.
Man, well, we shall see. All right, man. Oh boy, Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. Let's just talk. Let's just talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Anyway,
sound like a character from fucking Tekken and shit.
So he was working on a music video early hours Sunday morning, and when he arrived at his home close to 4 a.m., another car pulled up and blocked the driveway. Okay, that was the first story. Now today, News story comes out, and they said the story kind of changed. It's saying, apparently 6ix9ine said a car ran into him at a light. 2 men with guns jumped out, grabbed him, and drove him home.
No, TMZ threw another update about that. There's video that supports the first story that he was But then now, what makes it even harder is now he's not cooperating. He's not telling anything.
Okay, so let me ask you, man. First thing when I saw this was, I said publicity stunt.
First thing I thought about was like, how's this guy still alive? That's honestly,
if people want him dead, he'd be dead. If XXX is dead, Tentacion, why would they not kill him?
I have no clue. Killing him doesn't bring him any money.
First of all, you have millions of followers. You know how you are, what you've done. You don't have security with you, and you still live in Brooklyn. Are you kidding me?
He lives in Brooklyn?
That's what it says. He went back to his house in Brooklyn.
What part of Brooklyn was he living in?
It ain't
not the best part. Shoot, you need to change your address. Living the way he be living, he should have Mayweather bodyguards the way he be talking.
Matter of fact, who gets kidnapped? Who still gets kidnapped? That's a
yeah.
This is something out of a movie, man. Who gets kidnapped?
Well, if you got that much money, he's getting kidnapped.
I don't know, and it's a coincidence that he actually is dropping a single with Nicki Minaj.
I think they dropped that already.
It just came out this week. Isn't that kind of a coincidence?
Well, we knew this was bound to happen anyway. Whether it be this week or not, I don't think he would need to do this for publicity, because his trolling alone, he don't need nothing like this to be as a stunt to promote a song with him and Nicki Minaj. That alone would be like, okay, let's give it a listen, because it's Nicki and it's Tekashi, the guy who trolls and the girl with the big booty. So that right there will be like, okay, let me just take a listen to this, see what they're talking about.
Yeah, but clearly everything with him is a gimmick. It just seems like the artists who just do extra things, they can't rap. They're just not. They're not lyricists. They rely on things outside of
bravado,
the music.
Guns,
rainbow hair, Anyway, man, if any more details come out, we will update you guys. But I just feel like it's a publicity stunt.
And I don't think he needs any more publicity than he's already got. People already talking about he should have been shot instead of X.
Oh yeah,
which is funny because X wasn't even a troll like that.
Nah, well,
yeah, he had moments where he wild out and say some crazy,
but not to the point where
not where you think he should have been murked for what he said. And then those fools that killed X, like, how stupid are you? You got the nerve. First of all, you got on these orange ass shoes. And you posting up, you got money on. You really think you wasn't gonna get caught?
It's like
you might as well just did the drive by like with the mask off.
It's like the coworker at your job that's taking a dump, and he's wearing purple shoes, and you see him in the stall, and he act like he ain't did none, and we know it's him because. Oh, it was him who did it. He had on the purple shoes. Yeah, you nasty bastard.
Damn.
Anyway, let's move on to some real rap. Chance the Rapper. He dropped 4 songs last week.
Okay.
Now, like I said, I don't really listen to a lot of the new stuff,
Yeah.
But
I know it make me feel like I'm an old dude. Like, damn,
yeah,
some of this new stuff is crazy.
But
like,
if you dig and you have time, you will find stuff that you like. And Chance, I've been listening to, for a little bit. But these 4 songs he dropped, one of the songs is called "I Might Need Security," and he's pretty much going at everybody. He went at the Chicago Times. He went at
the Chicago Times,
the Illuminati. He went at Rahm Emanuel. Yeah, he's the mayor or something of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's going hard now. As you know, he's a philanthropist. He donated $1 million to the Chicago public schools. He debates government spending in front of his city council, and he produces the Special Olympics. He produced the Special Olympics 50th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So the dude is about his business.
Yeah, he's serious.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, especially in Chicago, you know that saying, out of the concrete grew a rose.
Yeah, rose that grew from concrete. That's Tupac wrote a thing about like that, a poem about that. It's actually an album too.
Right. He's kind of the rose, because with all the stuff going on in Chicago, you never think somebody would come out of there
that positive.
And from what it's like, Chirac, like what they say it is. But he's going hard. He talking about the Illuminati, and the dude has bravado. So we need to watch his back. And protect that man, because he's doing a lot of political work, and he's going hard.
Yeah, it's not even the streets he got to worry about.
No, you got to worry about you got to worry about some other stuff. But I mean, the dude is talented, and I look forward to when his album actually does drop. You know what I mean? Okay, now here's the other story. R. Kelly back in the damn news. Mr. R. Kelly drops a 19-minute song.
What was that? Trapped in the Closet, volumes 1 through 40. Like, that's what he put out there.
Listen to this. He drops a 19-minute song called "I Admit." And what the irony of the situation is, he didn't admit shit. Okay,
just like our politicians do. They ever admit shit? Let's be real.
So on the track, he's pretty much talking about his finances, how broke he is. He's talking about how illiterate he is, and he called out John Legend and Steve Harvey for pretty much shitting on the brother.
How did they shit on him? Maybe I could see Steve Harvey, maybe, but how John Legend shit on you? Like, with R. Kelly, man, it reminds me of OJ. His conscience is eating him up, so this is his way to let it out, but not let it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, with OJ, the if I did it. I think that was just some bullshit special. That's all it was. They're just milking the hell out of this OJ if he did it or didn't do it or whatever. But as for Mr. Robert Kelly, first of all, how are you broke? Did you not listen to Prince? Like, did anybody remember when Prince was talking about he was a slave?
Telling me no.
He sure it was telling him no, because if you look at how Prince was talking about back when he turned himself into the symbol so he could start making money off of his own name, because his own government game was owned by Warner Brothers.
Right.
So how you, knowing what Prince went through and how Michael Jackson moved, how are you as an artist broke? And even today, how are these artists is getting robbed by these labels? Like, you guys need to stop signing these deals and just be independent completely. You don't need a major label anymore, really, to make money.
Desperation,
nothing.
And clouded judgment.
Yo, Tech 9 made $20 million last year. He ain't on no major label. Matter of fact, Tech 9 turned down a $60 million deal.
Tech 9 anomaly?
No, he's not an anomaly. There have been others sprinkled around.
But he Tech 9 does he builds stages and does all that other stuff too.
Yeah, you know I mean, maybe that's what we need to go. You don't have to go that far with it, but you need
to diversify.
Yes, you can even do what Prince did when he turned himself into the symbol, and then when he got his name back, he opened a website, and when he said he was having a concert, one of the parts of when you bought a ticket, you got the album with the ticket. Right. At the time when he was alive, it was Music College, I think it was. My coworker, she had went to that concert. She was like, she got an album with it. Mm-hmm. There's ways around these labels. You don't even need these guys anymore. So, all right, let me ask you this now. So, is R. Kelly's career over? No. Because the man still produces good music. I was driving. Where was I driving down? I think I was driving by the church picnic. And what do I hear? Happy people. Yeah. Exactly. Turn it on. No more singing, bro. No more singing.
I'm sorry, man. It's late. But you get my drift.
Yeah, he still makes...
They're playing at a church. We always talk about...
It's a good song. It's a good album. That was a Chocolate Factory album. I got that album. That album was nice.
How soon we just... You know what, man? I always say this. There's just certain people that are like ultra talented, so talented that you just give them a pass on their fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the whole sex cult bullshit, when they start calling Hugh Hef a sex cult, then I'll call R. Kelly about that.
Right.
Because when Hugh Hef had them 7 girlfriends, nobody was saying that it was bad. They was like, wow, he's got 7 girlfriends. R. Kelly has 7 girlfriends. Oh, he's probably molesting them. They're young. Yes, they're young and teenagers, but so was the girls from the Girls Next Door in the Hugh Hef show. They weren't 20-somethings. They were close. They were 18, 19, early 20s. So how are we going to criticize R. Kelly for these girls and nobody didn't criticize Hugh Hef at all?
Well, okay, let's put it like this. So, okay, his funds are messed up, but as far as his music, his catalog, that's going to play for the next 1,000 years because it's a staple. I mean, you're not thinking about that at your wedding.
No, you're not. You think about the perfect song to go with your wedding. You be like, oh, Happy People's good. I wish, I don't know about the wedding. Not I wish for a wedding. But I'm just saying, like, you think about his catalog of music, you could point out a lot of hits you would play.
I just think that we it's just selective outrage. You know what I'm saying? Like, as DJs, like, when I'm in the club, right, and I'm like, shit, this R. Kelly would sound real good right now. Fucking, I ain't playing it because I'm against what he stands for. I wish I thought like that. But I play Step in the Name of Love. Not only that, it's a long ass song. That's my lunch break.
Wait a minute, you got a lunch break song?
Yeah, man. What? That song like 6 minutes long, man. I press play. Oh, and I go get my drink. Said I know, and I'm out.
You get like 2 or 3 drinks in, then you can be like, I
go
back to work.
Go to the bathroom. Stay step side to side. I'm like, damn,
that sounds like a NASCAR pit move, man.
No, I mean, for people who don't know DJs, there are certain songs that we call lunch break songs that you can let the whole song play. Go do what you got to do. Suavemente. Yeah. You can go do your business, come back, bag a chick, get some drink, come back, and get back on the set. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. He's forever a staple, man. All right. I got a couple more stories, man. And every week, we get another white supremacist calling the cops. Swatting.
What this time?
All right. This person, they didn't catch the person, but clearly it was some white person calling. We're just saying Permit Patty. So apparently there's a kid, his name is Jaquan Walker. He has a hot dog stand selling his hot dogs.
Right now I'm actually hungry, so
somebody decides to call the police because according to them, they noticed his stand wasn't sanctioned, city sanctioned. Now, how does a stand look? Is it like a wooden cardboard stand?
Listen, there's a young kid selling hot dogs. Obviously, he had some help because I don't think he was doing it by himself. Maybe his mom, helped him cook it. Maybe his dad helped cook them, and then they bring him out and they say, hey, if you're hungry, $1, because stuff is not cheap anymore. I'm walking by there. I'm buying too because he's trying to do something constructive.
And business is booming for him, by the way, too.
Yeah, now, shoot, I know it's booming for him. Before it probably was all right, but now it's like he's running out of hot dogs.
Let's rewind a little bit. The brilliance of him having a hot dog stand, that takes electricity. It ain't no lemonade stand where you have no.
Yeah, it ain't much for the lemonade stand. All you need to make sure you have is cold, and you have cups and ingredients.
But what is sad about this? We didn't even get to talk about this. Happened right after the podcast last week with the guy that called the police on the black dude who followed him too hard. Remember I told you about that?
What do you mean following him to? Following what? Driving or walking?
At a basketball game.
Oh yeah, the foul. The foul. Got a foul call? Wait a minute. I know.
The white guy got fouled too hard.
Yeah, it wasn't even a foul. What happened was dude ran into a screen that he never saw. Now I understand that. I've had people run into me.
But is it worthy? What doesn't matter? Is it worthy of calling the cops?
You feel like it is, but in reality, it's not. Like, you don't call the cops. You're like, damn, why did my team? You be pissed at your teammates.
So what if this black guy gets shot by the cops now because he called? Who does that?
Even I think the cops were like, we're here because someone called a foul and got fouled hard. Like, well, that's, I would just arrest the guy who called. Like, for real. Yeah. Like, you ain't gonna call. You mean you called the police? Because you got fouled, you're going to jail tonight. Like, I don't care what people I got to find I'll fill it out. This is a waste of my time.
Back to Jaquan, man. This is the same. It's sad that it has happened at a young age, but at least the one good thing we can say about the story, at least he can see what's going to happen when he does start his big business, black-owned hot dog company. There are going to be white people coming at him trying to shut his business down. That's just the reality of the situation. Once they see a black person making a lot of money on this land we call America, they start to throw wrenches in the...
Wrenches, hammers.
Everything.
We can't buy you out, we're going to beat you out.
Just like we talked about with the cleaners last week. It's like you can't... Let's just move back to Wakanda, man. Do something. I don't know.
Move back to Wakanda.
All right. Final story, man. This is a sad one. Okay, so the BART stabbing. I think BART is the Bay Area Railway Transit. So this is not the first stabbing. There's actually been 2 in the last week or so.
Damn.
So apparently the manhunt is on for 27-year-old John Lee Cowell. This coward. Okay, he stabbed 2 girls, 2 sisters. He killed one. Okay, and he's on the loose. Okay. Should we call him a white supremacist or a suspected white supremacist?
And there's 2 sisters, right? I'm calling them white supremacists. Because there's no reason for you to be stabbing these 2 girls on the train. Did he know them? Did he just just randomly just stab 2 girls? Yeah, no, white supremacist. He's Dylan Roof with a knife. But he was brave enough to go after 2 girls, 2 sisters. Brave, really?
Do you think if a man was there with them, he would have did that?
Nope. So he wouldn't have did it. I don't think he would have did it. He wouldn't have challenged someone who was the same size as him or age group. Because now that's a fight.
So this is
you may not win.
Exactly. And yeah, so this is the common theme with these white supremacists, racists, whatever, going against soft targets, going up against old people, homeless people, little girls.
In a church, shooting up a church of people praying. It was so easy for you to go in. You didn't go to the neighborhood with a thug. You said a thug, black people are thugs. Why don't you go? I want to see these white supremacists go into thug neighborhoods and pull this and see how fast they get their asses handed.
I want to see him go into Oakland. Okay,
go into Compton where the Crips live, where the Grape Street Crips live, or the set down Snoop is part of. Or the Pyrus. I want to see them go into those areas.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, that's like me going into a white neighborhood where there's kids playing, dogs who are barking,
and I just snap one of the kids' necks for no reason.
Yeah, for real, and just walk away. You would call me a coward. You would tell me I need to go where the biker gangs are or where the Klan is.
Okay, so all right, so moving down the story, so. Their godfather came out and he said he's calling for the community to help bring justice to the family, but not to react violently.
My thing in that is don't react violently. If I'm telling you to call it justice, I'm not saying burn down places, but if you find him, Whatever you deem necessary is fine by me.
Yeah,
It's fine by me.
But okay, but what option is left? What option is left? Aren't
Listen,
we tired?
Dr. Cambon, if you go on YouTube, look for his name. It's Kambone. And at this point, I'm just going to have to agree with him because of all the historical data and what's going on. We got to fight back in some way, shape, or form.
This sit down protesting, man.
Praying and getting your ass beat ain't saving you. You see how these those dudes in these white dudes who held up a federal building, they were like cursing out the cops, had their guns ready, like they was like, "Yo, we can do this." All I heard was diplomacy that entire time. Eventually, they got him out there, and the guys have spent like maybe 1 or 2 years between that intense standoff. But in that moment, all they did was, you come here, we gonna have this fight one way or the other.
It's going down.
It's going down. We gonna die for this. And the other side was not willing to die for this right away. They was like, we gonna talk this out.
They was like, what's his name in Friday?
Yeah. You want some of this still, man?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, who was more effective, Malcolm or Martin?
Some would say Martin because Malcolm was the alternative. That's why he was more effective. Because the alternative of hearing a dude saying by any means necessary. Now he's trying to do what Martin is doing. But if that does not work, he's not afraid to pull up the gun. Like, look, it's either gonna be with the pen or the gun. Which one you want? I want to talk to you and let's coexist peacefully, or if not, we can handle this the other way.
Well, like I said, as you just said, we're not advocating, burning down stores. That's actually counterproductive. Burning down stores, stealing shit, rioting. That don't work. But if you have to take care of your business, you do what you got to do. I turn a blind eye, and if you need my help, I'm one phone call away. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's like, something has to be done.
Yeah.
This whole,
I think if these guys had a consequence, like, okay, let's say BART. I mean, I don't know this John. Oh, John Lee. I totally forgot his name. And let's say he did the stabbing, and in retaliation, somebody from his family stabbed to death. Maybe if people saw that, maybe people would think twice about actually pulling some stunts like this, because those people in that church did not deserve to die. These two girls who don't even know you don't deserve to die. That homeless man did not deserve to be stabbed himself.
Right.
Now you feel like you have a badge of honor that you've stabbed and murdered a black person, but then you gotta remember, your family's unprotected now.
Oh yeah.
You're leaving them defenseless. Maybe they have defenses or not.
Yeah, but
just the thought. I mean, you gotta almost strike fear in their hearts. A lot of people won't agree with that, but I honestly believe you almost gotta strike, because after a while, bully is only going to continue until you punch the bully in the face.
Oh yeah.
Even if he beats you after that, he's gonna think twice. Like, damn.
The harder they come, the harder they fall.
He's gonna think twice. Like, damn, I hit this dude, but he hit me back. I beat him, but I barely did. If I keep on that, it's going to be a problem. He might win one. That it starts messing with your mind a little bit after a while. Next.
All right, man. This is the Doze Bros podcast. Again, hit us up at dozebros@gmail.com. Questions, comments, advice. Hit us up, man. So remember, we aren't certified, but we're qualified in common sense. We're out of here. Peace.
That's a great question.